Today we're just having we're just having random talks just about money, how we came to interact with money. And if I may ask, how was your first interaction with money from your childhood to date? Just the first one. I think the first
Yeah.
one is always interesting.
It is interesting. You don't find it interesting back then, but when you grow up, you picture it back then. You realize it was an interesting encounter. For me, I would say I was lucky to have parents who are working, and therefore, especially for my mom, she was very open with me when it comes to not really giving me the money, but I think in our house we would find notes, coins. The 5 bob coins back then were there, and the 20 bob note was back there. We'll find money on tables, some, and I think my dad probably would put money in certain places to test us if we'll pick that money or not. And my mom, I used to know where she used to keep her coins. So all the time in primary school, when I would go back home for lunch to go back to school, I think I would always ask for money, 5 bob, 1 bob to buy those
The
snacks, the break time,
ice cream.
ice
They call
cream.
that ice pops.
Yes, ice cream back then. It was
Mm,
just ice cream,
mm,
barafu.
Oh yeah.
So she would go take those coins, and I would always follow her to see where she gets the money. And I remember I would sometimes go to the market and get money. So I think in my homestead, I've seen money growing up.
Mm,
Those I would call that money because that was money in places. And I think by that, even when my dad would maybe set us up, I would still not take that money. I had
mm,
that discipline to respect my dad's money and my
mm,
parents' money.
mm,
And then my mom would take me to end month. Every end month, she used to bank with Barclays Bank back then.
mm,
And I was lucky enough to enter Barclays Bank when it was still Barclays at a very tender age.
mm,
She would take me every end month to go earn her salary. So I encountered even how people would line up in the bank, and me, I would sit, wait there. She earns her money at the counter. I actually would go to the counter with her sometimes, so I knew generation of money from the bank back
mm,
then. And after that, she will go do the house shopping, yeah,
mm,
end month, always. And me with her always would buy me lunch, soda, chips back then.
mm,
So I would say at that time I wouldn't understand
mm,
the bit of expenses, but I would understand how she earned her money
mm.
through going to the counter to get her salary, and then ndo najua she's supposed now to buy food. That is the time we'll eat nice chapo. That is the time we'll eat snacks that we didn't have these other times of the month. So I would know that is how I understood money back then.
Wow, interesting, interesting. I think for me, my experience, my first interaction with money was the bank I knew was Standard Chartered Bank, and my dad used to work outside the country. So, and I thank God for my parents. They used to be very transparent. We knew when there was money and when
There's
there's
no.
no money, and there was those conversation
Ah,
like this is what we have and there's no money, and you take it from that bit.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's something I admired from them. But having learned on it is that where my dad used to work, they used to get their salaries every 24th of every month. So on 24th, there's a time my mom took me to the ATM machine. Actually, I think I would say that was my first really interaction with money, and showed me how to use the ATM card. I was in primary, I think lower primary or primary school, upper, whatever. Yes. And then she showed me how to use the ATM card. And I didn't know that was going to be my role to be checking if the salary has checked in. So
Yeah.
the following month, she gave me the card and told me that, do you remember the PIN? Say, yes, I remember. Actually, she shared with us the PIN. I knew my dad's PIN number for the ATM card and a PIN number. That's
Really?
how transparent they were. But again, I think we were also disciplined because you couldn't
Yeah.
take any money. I don't know of today what could happen with the world of today, but as we were, maybe because millennials, again,
Yeah, yeah,
you only
yeah.
take what you are
Those,
given.
yeah, true. Don't
You
take
don't take
extra.
because you're entitled to.
Mm-mm.
Again, the millennial mind.
Yeah.
So, and then now, every month I used to go and check for her. And then she tells me that, Joy, my home name is Joy, go and check for me. Here is the card. Of course, you've crammed
Mm,
the ATM, the PIN number.
mm,
So then you rush to the Standard Bank in Kisumu, the one in Kisumu.
mm,
It
mm.
was next down somewhere. I don't know which road was that, or Bote Road or whatever. So I went there and checked. And then I call her. It's saying we regret. But did you get money? No. It is indicated we regret. So I came to that. Oh, when you say we regret, it means there's no money. Oh, we regret. So okay, just come back. And those days were you seeing them? Were you seeing them? Not actually, not motorbikes. Motorbikes were not there.
Bikes,
Bicycles. Those
I remember.
not even mountain.
Normal
No,
bicycles.
these normal ones. And then you sit in a metallic thing there with we regret to go to your mother back at home. Then she keeps it. Then she says, tomorrow by midday, I want you to go and check again. Then you go and check. He said, there is money. Then she didn't even ask me to check how much. She said, just take like 20,000, put nicely in your pocket, and make sure no one is seeing you putting in the pin. So that's how I interacted with this, putting the pin and inserting the pin, and then bring for me the money. So that was an alarm for mom that money has actually checked in dad's account. So then I take it back, and then I give her the 20, and then I give her pin. Now the following day, now she goes and do shopping, school fees, she pays. And my mom is a very responsible woman. So and another time I interacted with money now, then I was taken to a boarding school. And I used to have a friend of mine called Doreen. There was a bazaar. You remember those bazaar of boarding school?
Yeah.
Yes. And now that is now in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now every visiting day we used to give him like 500 shillings to keep for us. Was it even 500? I think it was 100. So
Mostly
every visiting
500.
day,
Yeah.
500 we keep. Then closing day we go to the bazaar to
I
take
think we
that
used
money.
to fund these guys a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And but I don't know. Did
Have
they
to think of
I don't
it.
think they invested those. Did were they really investing those cash?
Probably no, maybe yes. I don't know, but you'll find that probably it was a good cash flow for them.
Yes.
They know by it will be returned end of the term, so they will use it in between here.
Yeah, so we used to keep it, and then after that, we get it at the end of the term. We go to Kibuye Market in Kisumu, and you just buy clothes that even you can't put on twice. What were those, by the way? So I mean, having money with no knowledge is also not very good. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think it was just our days. But we were happy that we were keeping something. So by at the end of the term, maybe you say you have 1,000 bob, you have 1,500. You're like, Then we meet in Kibuye, we go and buy some clothes.
It's called, like, when you hold money, you feel money has power and has value. So you don't even know the value you're carrying, but as long as you just have money, you feel you should know at the end of the time I have this 1,500. And like if you didn't have it, this you feel powerless or something.
Yes. So I think that was really my interaction with money and just the transparency. And I thought maybe growing up, that's how the world is. That everyone will just be transparent with their money and everything.